A young woman leaves for the English countryside to take a break from a traumatic chain of events involving her ex-husband. Sound cool? Because I'm here to talk about Men from 2022. So Men was written and directed by Alex Garland. I was a pretty big fan of Annihilation from back in 2018. And I've been wanting to see his other films. I just picked up Ex Machina recently. Haven't watched it yet, though. So yeah, I've just been becoming a big fan of his work. And on that topic, I just read the other day that he no longer wants to direct films. Well, I think that's a huge bummer. He's still going to be a writer and, maybe other behind-the-scenes work. So we can still enjoy his work, just not visually. So as far as for the cast of Men, there aren't very many actors here. I was going to say characters. There are a decent amount of characters. Not a lot of actors. So I'd say the main two are Jessie Buckley and Rory Kinnear. And this film was never really on my radar for whatever reason. First, I wasn't watching a ton of new stuff back in 2022. And second, I just remember a lot of people dismissing it, calling it woke and anti-man and all that shit. And I'll address that real quickly here. Yes, the main character is a woman, and yes, all of the men characters are pretty much bad. But the story, it's much more than that. It was written by a man, Alex Garland, like I said, and we can all just stop trying to make things out to be something they're not. Can we? Please? If you watched this and all you walked away with was, this movie is anti-man, then you just weren't fucking paying attention and I can't help you. And I get the feeling that Alex Garland, knew that some people would react that way. I think he knew it would be controversial. But in the current, American political divide, a lot of us just have to go the extreme route whenever fucking possible. Anyways, yeah, I hate this world right now. So, the film starts off with a bang. You see a dazed Harper, played by Jessie Buckley. She's got a bloody nose and she walks slowly towards a window to close it as a man falls to his death like in slow motion. She looks confused and so are you. But man, this shot is so beautiful with, the orange colors shifting to the green of the English countryside. It looks great. This is one of the reasons I love Alex Garland, and I think I'll also take a second to talk about Jessie Buckley. Prior to this, I had never heard of her at all, despite the fact that she's been steadily working since 2009. I just absolutely loved her performance here, everything about it. And I don't really know if I can describe it. Maybe it's because she's Irish and not the American actress that I'm probably most used to seeing, but I just loved her. She really delivers in the heavily emotional, dialogue that she's tasked with giving. It's just, I'd really like to see her do some more stuff in that vein. And then there is Rory Kinnear, who is equally as impressive here, and he actually plays most of the characters in the film. It's wild, something you'll have to see for yourself to understand. I mostly knew Rory from the Penny Dreadful Showtime series, which he was great in from some years back, and I'd totally recommend that. Anyways, so throughout the film, you see flashbacks of Harper's marriage and what led to the eventual divorce. And you see the emotional and eventual physical abuse that she went through and all of the trauma that she suffered. Trauma is a huge part of this film, and there's a lot of imagery used that definitely took me several watches to really notice. A lot of metaphors and religious imagery that will likely go over a lot of heads, so I'd highly recommend reading up a little bit after you watch this, or before, maybe after would be better. And when Harper arrives to the rental house that she's going to use, she's instantly drawn to the apple tree in the yard, which is used metaphorically kind of throughout the film, referencing the tree from the story of Adam and Eve. There are themes of rebirth, which is sort of what Harper seeks. She's trying to heal herself and leave her past behind, start a new life, a better life. And there are themes of misogyny and societal pressure that women face on a daily basis, and that's where a lot of, fits have been thrown about this film. Look, this is art, and it's something for us to experience. Just because you may not understand it or be able to relate or even agree with it, you don't have to take it personal. And this kind of reminded me of the 2017 Darren Aronofsky film Mother in a lot of ways. I thought that Men was brilliant and at times beautiful with great performances from Jessie Buckley and Rory Kinnear. Oh, and the third act, just wow. I actually can't really say much about it because it really wouldn't make any sense and I wouldn't want to spoil it anyways. You just have to see it for yourself. I'll say that it'll please the body horror fans like me. I'm going to give Men a 7.5 out of 10. Sure, it's not a perfect film, but what is? I think it's a bit underrated for various reasons, and this was never going to be something that will please everyone. But I'm glad that our Alex Garland and the people at A24 made it happen. I don't know, I'd recommend it to anyone with an open mind. Cheers, guys.